Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week so far. I I was thinking about something and talking about this with somebody else, and I really wanted to just to share some personal insight, at least my personal experience with this. So the subject is change. I know that for me growing up, I heard a lot of stuff that was like, oh, change takes time. It really does. It takes time to change. It takes time for people to change. And I actually don't agree with that. I think it takes time to decide that you want to change. And I kind of was introduced to this idea that change actually happens in an instant because Tony Robbins has talked about this in his books and even in his movie. I think it's mentioned too, the one that's on Netflix. It's called I'm Not Your Guru. I know the title kind of threw me off too, but honestly, Tony Robbins is flipping awesome. So if you haven't seen it yet, you have to check it out. But he talks about change actually taking place in an instant. And I agree with that because I think that it takes time. At least for me, it took time. It's like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. And I want to try to do this better. And I want to try to make myself like this. And so we create habits and we do things kind of, sometimes sporadically, or sometimes we're more committed to it and it becomes, a part of our routine, like working out or, choosing to eat better, or maybe just being more positive and trying to be more relaxed about life, or whatever it is that wants to be changed. I have personally found that it was that I wanted to change. I just hadn't done it yet. And I kept thinking about it, kept dwelling on it, kept processing it, and then eventually one day I was like, I'm done with that. And I went from wanting to try to be like something to being it. And I think the best example of that, at least for me personally, is I wanted to stop walking on eggshells, worrying about how I looked, how I talked, making sure I was perfect, that everybody liked me, that I wasn't offending anybody. And don't get me wrong, I think that we should think about what we're saying to people so that it doesn't immediately offend them, because it's, maybe racist or demeans their lifestyle, or, is like gender specific. I think that we should be somewhat, really careful about those things because it isn't our goal to aggravate people. But at the same time, we can't live our lives hoping that everybody likes us, hoping that everyone likes every action that we take. It's just, oh my gosh, it's so exhausting. So I kind of got to this point where I was like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm done. I am going to do my best to set the best example for my kids that I can. I'm going to do my best to just make myself happy every day and make my kids happy every day, and do the best that I can to better myself, better my mind, and really go after all of my goals and my dreams. And when I kind of hit that moment where I just stopped caring, I stopped worrying, I just kind of let it go, I definitely just, all of a sudden I had a lot more motivation towards it and towards all of my goals. And instead of letting things be excuses, it's like it just didn't satisfy anymore. Well, no, I can't really get that done now because I probably should do this instead. When maybe I was actually just kind of talking myself out of something. So maybe some of this doesn't make sense. I'm kind of a rambler and I like the details. But basically what I'm trying to share, because it is my goal to just empower everyone I can, make everyone realize the strength and the potential that they have, because we all of us have amazing potential. We all of us have amazing traits and something special about us that we have to offer to the world, to everybody else. And I want people to realize that and to see it and to live it. So I love to empower people, and my goal here today was just to share that, man, change, it takes time for your mind to accept the change, but once you get to that point where you want to change and change happens, it happens in an instant. So my best to you. I hope everyone is having a wonderful week. I hope that January has been going along well for you. I can't believe it's 2017, but I really hope that everyone has a wonderful year, and I hope that you are empowered.